Good afternoon, Pineville, Louisiana, and this is Catherine LaFleur with your CNN Nightly News Special. Today we will look into the 51st Roman Emperor Diocletian, and while examining this empire's rule, we will ask these three questions and answer them by the end of the night. Who was Diocletian? What is Diocletian known for? What did Diocletian contribute? Good evening, Pineville, Louisiana, and we are back live with Allison McLeod, a historian that's been studying Diocletian and his origins. Allison, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Catherine.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Allison. Now, Allison, we have a very important question to answer today, and that is, who was Diocletian? However, I feel it would be best to start with learning some background information on Diocletian and how he attained this position of the 51st Roman Emperor. So, Allison, please tell us where Diocletian was born and a little bit about his family life.
Okay, Catherine. Well, Diocletian was born near Spoletum with the name Diocles around 240 AD. He was not a rich man by any means. He was born into a poor family. His father was a scribe for the senator. He was also thought to maybe have been a former slave.
Well, I guess it proves you don't have to be born into royalty.
That's right.
I'm very intrigued to learn when Diocles gained this power.
Okay, well, that's actually a very interesting story, Catherine. Diocles joined the military, and over time he rose through the rankings, and in 270 AD achieved military commander in Moesia. Following in the year 283 AD, he acted as a commander of the imperial bodyguard under Carus and his son and successor Numerian. Numerian's death, Diocles was chosen by the soldiers to avenge Numerian.
Wow, so he definitely was in the right place at the right time, it sounds like. So when was he actually given this emperor title?
He was given his title as Emperor Aurelius Valerius Diocletian on November 284 AD, after he executed the prefect Cyrus in front of his troops in order to avenge Numerian's death.
Oh, so this is where we see the name change from Diocles to Diocletian.
Yes, that's right.
Well, Allison, that answers our first question of who was Diocletian. We are so thankful to have had you today.
Thank you, Catherine.
Shortly after this break, Pineville, we will have Emily Williams. Change of plans. We'll have Bailey Megason with us, answering the question, what was Diocletian known for? And we are back live in the studio with Bailey Megason. Bailey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing dandy, Catherine. How are you?
I'm dandier. Bailey is a historian who's been studying Diocletian, and she's agreed to help us answer our question tonight on what was Diocletian known for. So Bailey, we are so thankful to have you on tonight's CNN Nightly News Special.
I'm very glad to be here.
Well, Bailey, let's get started and tell us something that Diocletian is known for today.
Well, he was known for his persecution of the Christians. This will be the last time that they were imprisoned under the Roman Empire.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the cathedral in Nicomedia when it was torn down.
On February 23rd in 303 AD, it was torn down, the cathedral in Nicomedia, of course, and there was an edict from the emperor. This is kind of like a ruling, almost like a law, just, something given out that the people must listen to, and said that anything with Christian
origins?
Just Christian origins would be torn down, like their churches, their writings had to be burned, anything that
no Bibles.
No Bibles, none of like the scriptures and stuff like that, everything had to be burned. And then all sacred items for like meetings had to be confiscated, and worship meetings were outlawed.
So could people meet in secret, or?
We don't know. Of course they would not write these things down because it would get them in trouble. So we would think there was type of resistance though.
Definitely. Wow, so he definitely had it out for the Christians.
He really did. A few months later, another edict was given out. They had to arrest all the clergymen, but then they had to halt those arrests because the prisons were being overflowed because there were so many Christians.
Wow, that's a lot of Christians. So did it stop there?
No, it didn't. In 304 AD, Christians were required to make sacrifice to the empire, and the emperor, of course. But later that year, Diocletian was retired and was succeeded by Galerius.
Oh, well, yay!
Yeah, but we would think that, but he was even worse. It was so much more worse under his rule. So he was kind of worse than Diocletian.
Wow. Well, what drove the persecution of Diocletian? Why was he going after these Christians so ferociously?
Well, he was trying to get them back to paganism, the old Roman religion. It's where their religion is based on worshiping their emperor as a god. So of course he wanted that. He just
He being the emperor.
Yeah, so he wanted all of that power into one.
Wow. Well, that's very intriguing, Bailey, and we thank you so much for your time and helping us answer what was Diocletian known for.
Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it.
It's our pleasure. When we come back today, Pineville, we will be with historian Emily Williams, who will help us answer our final question: what did Diocletian contribute? Good afternoon. We are back live with Emily Williams. Emily, tell us how you're doing today.
I'm great, Catherine.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Emily's agreed to help us answer our final question about Diocletian and what his contributions were. So Emily, tell us one of Diocletian's greatest contributions.
Well, Catherine, around 290 AD, Diocletian founded the Tetrarchy. This system meant 4 emperors would rule the empire at once. 2 Augusti would rule as major emperors, one in the east and the other in the west.
Oh, so is this where we see the split of the Roman Empire?
The Tetrarchy did not officially split the empire into the east and west. It remained one unit, but was ruled by 4 men.
So if the emperor had a son, would that be his successor?
Each emperor would adopt his son, a junior emperor or a Caesar, who would help rule his half of the empire with him and who be his appointed successor.
Very interesting. So why did Diocletian push this new system?
Well, the point was to create a system with successors to the throne were appointed by merit and would rule as Caesars long before the place of Augustus would become vacant. They would then be the automatic heir to the throne and would appoint the next Caesar by merit. So in theory, at least, the system would assure that the best men for the job ascended to the throne.
Now it makes sense. Thank you, Emily, for your time here today, and thank you, Pineville, for helping us stay on air by watching our CNN Nightly News special. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Emily.
And this has been your
CNN Nightly News.